I want to thank you for agreeing to do my listening skills with me. And so we had mentioned that you would think about something. So why don't you just tell me what you've been thinking about?
Okay. I've been thinking about my fitness situation and my exercise regimen, which has changed dramatically in the last year.
So it's changed in what way?
Well, when I first retired, I was exercising a lot. I was running good distance and ran a couple half marathons, was working out in the gym a lot, and then I stopped.
So you were in a really good place. You've been working out, running, meeting your fitness goals.
Yeah, I was. It was really good, and I was feeling good, and everything was great, except for when I went to the gym with the trainer, they started working me out really hard, and I started to feel weird in my chest, like the heart was going funny.
Okay, so you were kind of worried about your health.
Yeah, I was worried I might keel over. So it wasn't good. So more or less I stopped.
Okay.
And I went to a doctor, and they did a physical and said, you're fine. But all they did was take blood and said, yeah, you look fine, don't cry.
Okay.
So I didn't believe them.
So you went to the doctor and you got the test, but you were kind of like, I'm not sure that I really believe what the tests say.
It didn't seem in depth enough.
Okay.
And so after a period of, cool down period, letting everything go for a while, I went back and exercised again, and it continued to do it. So I was not comfortable with that doctor's efforts. So I didn't really exercise much for like 9 months, a little sporadically. But then I went to a doctor, had, a real battery of tests. So it was a heart specialist. They told me the same thing. I'm faking.
Okay, so you've been twice now to the doctor, and you've had tests done by doctors, and they've given you the all clear, but you're still not sure you really believe what they say.
Well, the problem is this week I've been back in the gym. So I've been going, and when I run at a modest pace, I'm fine. And I can continue for duration well. But when I try to run fast, or if I try to do explosive exercises in the gym, I get that same feeling again. So it may just be I'm old. It may just be that's the way things are when you get old. You just don't feel the same. But it makes me a little nervous going forward. So I want to exercise, but I'm nervous exercising. And maybe it's just because I'm lazy, and so it's a good excuse.
Well, so what I hear you saying is that when you were exercising moderately, that's okay. It was when you really started to push that you had the problem.
Yeah, no, that's right. And so then you can make the argument, exercise moderately, and that's good for your health and all that. But it's difficult for me to exercise unless I'm improving and getting moderate exercise. Doesn't improve much, and it won't get me back to where I can run real distance and stuff. So it's difficult to be.
Okay, so moderate just doesn't do it for you as far as you feel like you need to achieve more. So what does moderate mean to you when you're exercising, and how long do you think, like when you say I'm going to exercise moderately, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, right now I am building because I was down to nothing because I hadn't exercised in a long time. So now I'm just building up and running, a few miles. To really get to where I'm running where I was before and where I'd like to get, I need to be running, 10 miles several times a week, and a couple times a week, and it's fast. Now I'm running, at a slower pace than I used to, and for 3 or 4 miles, which is okay, but it's, the problem is it's probably okay for health, but it's not okay for, feeling like I've achieved something. So it's difficult to maintain the
Right.
enthusiasm.
Okay, so you've been exercising at a pace that's less than what you're used to, and so when you exercise at that pace, you feel like you're not accomplishing what you wish you would accomplish.
Yeah, that's right. And then the difficulty I have is I'm not sure if the reason I'm holding back, but I try to go fast. Then I get the feeling in the chest, and it worries me. So I'm not sure if it's just that's the way it is. I just need to deal with it. It's not like it's painful and I can't endure it, but it feels weird, and so I'm scared by it. But the doctors have checked me out, so I don't know if I'm just making up an excuse because I'm old and it's just the way you feel, or if it's something the doctors didn't detect, and one of these times I'm going to keel over and they're going to come into the gym and find me dead.
All right, so you have goals. you've set goals, which is really good. It's good to have goals and work towards those things. But you feel like maybe you haven't reached what you would hope you could reach, like you have in the past. And when you try and reach and push, that's when you feel like maybe something's wrong, and so you feel like you pull back, and then that makes you feel like maybe you're not achieving what you should, or it makes you feel like, you know, you're not as good as you used to be, or something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and not being as good as I used to be. I'm okay. I'm 55. I'm not 35, so I can end that. But there's a precipitous drop off, too much for age. So something seems to be, you know. So I'm kind of angry with the doctors because I don't feel like they didn't figure it out. Because I explained it to them, they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll do the test." No, nothing's wrong, but they didn't really address my problem. They just took a test, didn't find anything, and sent me on my way.
So you went to the doctor, and you're trusting them. Go and you want to hear an answer, and they didn't give an answer that you feel really answers the problem that you've been feeling.
Right.
So they say, yes, we've checked your blood check. Yes, we've done these things. But yet when you go to the gym, you're still experiencing these physical feelings that you feel like maybe wasn't addressed in the exams.
Yeah, so did they even do the right test? They probably did the standard test, but it wasn't a test that figured out what was going on with my heart. Something's going on, because 2 years ago, it didn't happen. So something has changed, but they're not finding it, and they're just, saying, "Nah, you're fine, go exercise." But it kind of leaves me worried that,
So when you go to the gym and you exercise, you really don't feel like you can fully commit and fully do it, because every time you do, you get that feeling, and then inside, you're internally thinking, there's something wrong with me, and they just didn't catch it.
Yeah, and maybe I'm wrong, I'm right, but if I am right, it could be fairly catastrophic, results. So that just causes me to continue to hold back.
Well, I think it's really important that you listen to your body. Your body sends you messages, and so I think the fact that you're listening to your body is a good thing. So I would say, continue to do that and listen to your body. At the same time, I hear you saying that you have these goals that you really want to achieve, and when you go to the gym, you want to run. You're just not satisfied running at a moderate pace. You want to really exercise and feel good and strong. And you also understand that you're getting older, and maybe you're not going to get the same as you were before, but it's frustrating to you. And so you're kind of stuck now between, am I just getting old? Is this how I'm supposed to feel? Or is there really something wrong with me?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's where I am.